welcome back everybody. Did a little bit of work here on the some more of the base scenery. Gonna try to get a lot of this done this weekend. It's just bugging me. You can see I filled in inside the fascia there. That's all still drying up. It needs to sit for a little while longer. Then I'll get in and get it formed up and probably even get it painted, just so it doesn't look so ugly and pink. And I decided to fill this area in here, even though I'm not 100% done in the back, but again, it was bothering me. So I got that in under some weight just to dry up a little bit. And I did get this piece of fascia is in, curved around, and I got to fill in this area here. And then get all that smoothed up, and let's say get it painted, so at least it's done and the base layer is in. And then I decided to get this piece of fascia in up along behind the control panel there and up to there. It's in secured, drying up a little bit. I did kind of notch it out around the control panel there. Actually had Steve had to work, so I had my other son help me down the layout a little bit. He's not really a big train guy, but he certainly was very helpful. I can't really handle these longer pieces of fascia by myself, so he helped. We got it glued up, got it secured, and had a good time. So, I'm going to keep working ahead here. I'd also like to get to, as you can see, I'm struggling here with a stupid one-handed latch. I'm thinking about maybe trying to get this filled in. Just to, again, it's just starting to bother me, stuff that's just not getting done. At least get that filled in. Again, we're going to leave this as an access hatch so we can pop in there for, I won't really need it for maintenance, more for maybe pretty pictures of the layout, different angle. So I might, again, I've got the bigger pieces of foam sitting around. I might try to get this little corner cut out, in, done, secured, so I can kind of fill that ugly gap there. And then at least the periphery's done. Alright, that's where we are now. Going to keep working ahead. You can see I got a lot of some filing to do and filling in with, probably use some sculpt to mold. Got a little bit of the foam in there to fill some gaps. Yeah, I was using a lot of scrap pieces, so it looks kind of ugly. But it'll look fine once we get it formed up, filed, and painted. Then I guess I ought to do something with that ugly mess too. Then at least, you know, pretty much from here, then out and around is all pretty much scenic. And I probably should get the darn bridge in for. It's ready, it's shimmed and ready to go. So alright, enough babbling. Let's get back to work and see what we can get done this weekend. Alright, I got it in my head to try to finish this side here around the wooden bridge so I can kind of get that little scene finished. And what I'm doing here, this is in progress, and none of this is in yet. These are several of the different model scene mats. I'm going to give them a shot here. And what I've done is just kind of torn them up. They're just kind of sitting here right now. That's the mat material, and I kind of pieced them in a little hodgepodge here, and it kind of comes right to the edge of the layout, and you can still see the lines, but I got to place stuff in. And then I took another mat of model scene, a little scruffier, drier type grass. This area is a little bit dried up, as you can tell by the colors here, and kind of have them cut and just sitting now. And I literally just kind of ripped these by hand and worked them in amongst the higher bushes, and then we'll come back along the front and probably put some of the other Heki material to kind of blend it all together, and then come in and sprinkle some dirt for some bare spots, and add smaller bushes, and then do something. I might bring some more of this for a consistency just around in here, and then try to get it done up to the road there. So. And what we're using here, these items here are two different of the mats. Let me be able to read that there. Doesn't seem that. There we go. Wild area with bushes. It's a spring, actually a spring and a late summer, but the colors seem pretty close. You can see the little bit of variation in this one right here. And I kind of wanted to work it in amongst all the other bushes there. So again, this is not done. None of this stuff's even glued down yet, but just want to kind of show what we're trying here, some of the different products. Kind of get a nice vertical look to it there, and a little scraggliness there coming down around the embankment toward the tracks. So let's get this done, and we'll kind of see what it looks like. I'm kind of liking it. We're not done yet. Like I said, we've got a lot more work to do here, but just wanted to show the in progress stuff on how we're trying to use some of these model scene mats. Alright, more to come as we make some progress here. Okay, here we are, the first initial gluing of the goodies, and there's still quite a few bare spots and lines and here and there and whatnot, but that'll be remedied shortly. So you can see kind of what that looks like there. Maybe drone over to this angle here. So it's still got quite a bit of work to do. So in summary, those items that you see down there right now, the scruffier drier grass is the model scene, hopefully that'll focus, meadow high grown late summer, and then 2 sets of bushes. The prices see there are Canadian dollars. Wild area with bushes late summer, and then wild area with bushes spring. Those two are then cut up and mixed in. This is actually the one here that's the spring. The other, everything else is late summer. Once you get together, it kind of melds together nicely. So, and then the backs of the mats are sprayed with some water. Just have it here in one of the Woodland Scenic sprayers, and then secured with Beacon 3-in-1 glue. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like there. Let's keep moving on here so we can get this side finished up. There goes the scanner as soon as I start. Alright, so here's the embankment here. Annual ride, okay. And added in some more of the Heki wiesen gras. There's a couple of different things that we used here, and then some of the laub, some of the foliage is kind of mixed in there. And they were kind of sprinkled in amongst the other items just to give it some variety. There's some of the laub in here. Down along the embankment, there's some of the deco grass. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, and they're sprinkled in there amongst the other mats that are in. You can see it kind of, hides the joint, so to speak, from this part of the mat, which is the lower scruffier grass, to the bush mat. It's kind of bushier mat. It kind of, you can't really tell that there's 2 different mats in there. And a little bit of earth was added for some bare earth area. And I guess that's not done. That tree, I just kind of threw it in there just to kind of see what it looked like. It's not, I'm not saying it's going to be there, but in this spot here is a little bit of bare earth, because I have a feeling that certain individuals would be right here for certain events. I'm not saying who, but okay. Alright, so that is that. And like I said, this side of the embankment is going to be a lot scruffier. This is probably going to be pretty much like that. I'll add some lower bushes here and there, and maybe a tree or 2. But this side is going to be relatively lower. Again, it's the front of the layout, so if you're going to be reaching, I don't want to hold a whole bunch of high trees there. But the back part here is going to be a lot scruffier, more like a real embankment along here. And we'll tie it in under the bridge, and then, like I said, down there is going to be a wooded area up above Wallace. Try to give a little bit of a view block between there and up in Lake City. So maybe I'll move over to this side and get this portion done. Since I got that side done, you might as well work on this side too. So, alright, let's keep working. Alright, here's a nice scruffy hill on this side. I started off with on this side with this mat here. Low bushes late summer, a little bit different. And the reason I did it, it's a similar color to the other side. If you kind of notice the base color kind of matches the color on this side. So I try to keep it a little bit similar, homogeneous, going across the road there. And then brought that down, and that's actually 5 different pieces of mat, believe it or not. There's one piece here, there's a piece here, there's a piece down here, piece there, and a piece there. So that's 5 pieces of mat that I just kind of ripped. Then I took again some of the wiesen gras along the back. Let me see if I can do this here without really being able to see the back side there. And then I put some of the wild grass in amongst it, just for something a little bit different. You can kind of see how it's in there, and it kind of gives it a little bit slightly different look, but I think it looks okay. So that is that side, and then let that set up a little bit, and then maybe come back again. On both sides need to put some low bushes, not a lot. I don't know if I'm going to keep that tree there, probably not, but then that at least gets these 2 done. And maybe I'll work a little bit more on getting the bridge installed semi-permanently, so the 2 rail fans have a permanent perch to watch from. So alright, so there we go. So there's a little bit of additional embankment work here out on the to the one side of Wallace and out the peninsula. Alright, let's get back to work and see what else we can get done for this weekend of work. Alright, one more work. This bridge is now officially in, and I got the supports. I put a little bit more industrial dirt around them. I also decided to come back and I got this road redone. Actually, I put another top coat on it to kind of match it up to the bridge. And that side needed a little bit more work, so I got to come back and touch things up there. Did a little bit of fun here on the this embankment. You can see I added some bushes just to start. Still a lot more to do here, but I think it looks pretty nice. I'm going to do a flyover on this side. Like I said, this is drying up, and then I came over here, and when I was finished with the road, I had enough extra smooth it, so I decided to smooth out some of the hills. So this is pretty much ready for paint. And then I got some of the plaster cloth and did the embankment. Just got that done. Tied it on both ends. So I'm going to let that dry overnight. I got this area here done now, up around the bendy bend. So I'll let that set up overnight. Let it dry. I want to get it done tonight so it can dry overnight. Then come and get it painted tomorrow. Hopefully, if it's dry enough. And let's see. For the day, that's pretty much. I add a little piece here just to kind of blend it a little bit better. So once that dries, then I'll kind of get the hot knife out and blend it in there. You can see I got some of the great stuff foam in there. Got that all matched up. So again, tomorrow I'll probably get that all painted up. So that's pretty much it for right now. And I am oh yeah, one thing I am starting to do and I will just leave it at that. Alright, gonna wrap it up here. Here's kind of where we got on the embankment. I did come back, and if you notice in there, I add a little bit of static grass. So I can point it out here, and just a couple different areas, just for a little bit of variety. So overall, again, that tree's just sitting there, and I stuck another tree in there just for fun, just to try it, because I wanted to see what it looked like. So that is pretty much done. Got the road in here painted. There's some stuff along the side kind of drying up. Like I said, that's that side of the embankment there. So we're going to work on the far side. And then on this side, I put a couple more bushes in just to give it a little bit of variety. So this side is pretty much, I won't say done, because nothing's ever really done. And I did come back and I added some more static grass. I also put some static grass over here, out in front here, even in the tracks. I got to clean it up a little bit. There's a whole bunch back there. That's need to be cleaned up. That's just kind of sitting there. I didn't run the vacuum yet. Just letting it dry up. But that'll do that. And of course you saw before, I got all the fascia in. I did, finally. You can see there I got that piece in, at least started. It's certainly not done yet. But I get it in, let it dry up. And also I got to start forming it and matching it in, but we'll get to that. And this all got, again, the first layer of ground foam here. Same thing here. I got this corner area that they started. Looks better than a big open spot there, eh? And then got same thing up the first layer of ground foam. Base layer, I guess we call it, up here around on this curve. And then the initial on the outside here, I put the, painted it with a little bit of the ballast on the side. So that is that. Oh, I did decide to go ahead and paint that green since I had the paint out, just to get rid of the glaring pink. So that's pretty much where we are. Doesn't look like a lot, but it was a fair amount of work. And I did get the bridge in temporarily. It's not permanent yet, but I got the pieces cut and the bridge is in. I think you might see some action. Steve came down and we did a little bit of fun. So, and there's of course the two rail fans were out to see something come across the bridge. So it's temporary, so I can take it back out again. I can move the rail joiners here over and pull these tracks up and out and then get the bridge out, because I obviously need to get the pond in at some point in time. So that will wrap it up, and we'll get this up and posted. I still have not got this done yet. Ugh. But again, with all the other stuff going on and working here in Wallace and this embankment and getting the bridge in and working the fascia and the other side there, that's what I decided to do. So that is it. So that'll be a wrap for this week. So everyone have a great, safe week, and hopefully we'll keep pushing ahead here and have some more things to put up next weekend.